Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading, we're going to see what your future self wants you to know right now, what they want to tell you, what you need to know. So we've got 3 readings, 3 groups, 3 cards. So group 1, your card is number 17, Strangely Lonely. Group 2 is card number 22, and it's Voodoo in Blue. And then group 3 is card number 28, and it says Death and the Maiden. All right, so give those 3 a little thought, a little feel. You can pick it based on the image, based on the title, on the number on the card, or maybe just the group number, whatever is pulling you. Go with that. You can go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for that group, and it will take you right to your reading. All right, thanks y'all. Hey, group 1. All right, we are going to take a look at what your future self wants you to know. What do they want to tell you right now? So your initial card, it's card number 17, and it says Strangely Lonely, Holding On Way Too Tight. All right, give me just a sec. I want to see what Spirit will tell me about this card, and then we can go from there. So hold on one sec, y'all. They're telling me your future self is saying you might be feeling lonely right now. Like maybe you don't have the friends you want, the people around you that you wish were around you. You don't have the connections that you wish you had, or that you crave, that you really want. But you will. Have no fear, they're saying. Your future self knows what's coming. And it's going to be an exciting time, actually. You're going to have all the friends, all the connections, the people that you want and need, and they're going to be the right people, which is even more important. They're going to be the ones that are there for you, that understand you, that get you, and they're going to be there for the long run. So Spirit and your future self want you to know that. Okay. All right. Let's get some tarot cards down. Let's see what else they can tell you. What else does your future self want you to know? All right, we have 8 of Swords reversed, 5 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. And let's pull one more as advice for you. And the advice is Page of Pentacles. Okay. All right, I've got more cards for you, but we'll start with these and get us started. But let me first take all this in and get some initial messages for you. So hold on one sec. Again, they're saying you're not going to be alone for long. This may have been a long journey for you. You may feel like you've been alone for a long time, whether this is without friends, without family nearby, maybe without a romantic partner. Whatever is missing from your life, these connections that are missing, you're going to recover They're saying very quickly, faster than you think you will. Because part of you thinks, part of you kind of thinks it's impossible. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you're like, it's too hard to make new friends. It's too hard to meet people. Like you sort of had talked yourself into believing that this can't happen, or it can't happen now, or it can't happen the way you want it to happen. That the right people aren't going to come in because, I don't know, they're too far away. They don't exist. There's no one that, quite understands you. All the reasons why you think this won't happen are null and void. Let go of those preconceived notions. And again, they're pointing to this card that says, holding on way too tight. Whether you realize it or not, you're holding on to your loneliness a little too tightly. Because you're ready for connection. You're ready for people to come into your life, and they are about to. So be prepared to let go of what it feels like to be lonely. Okay, so let's get into the cards. Your first card is the 8 of Swords reversed. Again, they're saying the first step is letting go. Letting go of what you think is holding you back, what you think the problem is, whatever rationalizations you are giving yourself of why you can't make the friends that you want to make, meet the partner you want to meet, reconnect with family. Whatever it is that you believe is holding you back is only holding you back in your head. And they're saying you've got to release that. Your future self, right? You are telling yourself right now, let go of all that. You're going to see the truth before too long. And you're actually going to be surprised, pleasantly surprised, by how easily these people come into your life and change your outlook in so many ways. That's beautiful. I love that. But the first step is letting go of what you think can't happen. Okay. All right, then we have the 5 of Wands. They're saying, I'm sorry, say that again. They're saying, okay, the message is believe that you can be whatever you want to be. And part of that is we all have goals and we have aspirations, but part of that is also just who you want to be as a person. What you want personally, whether it's a group of friends to do things with, or maybe just one great friend who understands you and gets you and wants to do the same things you want to do, or a partner, or to be closer to family. These parts of your life are important. A lot of times we get so focused on career and we get focused on, success, or we get focused on, what we can acquire, buying a new home and, these kinds of things. Those things are not important. But just as those things are important to you, so is a personal life that is fulfilling, that is engaging, that sparks you back to life. They're saying, with this 5 of Wands, you treat it a little bit like a game, rather than it being a chore. Like, it feels hard to go out and meet people. It feels hard to make new friends, get to know someone new. It feels hard to date again, whatever it may be, or to reach out to family and reconnect. Don't treat it like a chore. Treat it like a game. And just put yourself out there, practice a little, you know. They're giving me a message of like, you're at the grocery store and you're, you know, checking out your groceries. Chat a little bit with the cashier. Are you going to make best friends with the cashier? Probably not, but that's not the point. What they're telling me here with this 5 of Wands is that it's just a message of practice, just putting yourself out there in tiny little, you know, steps, tiny little amounts, and see how it feels. You don't have to give your life story to the cashier, but you can chat with them, ask them how their day's going, you know, give them a big smile. It will help you expand your energy and expand your light, so that when the people you are meant to meet come into your life, come into, you know, around you, they recognize you as one of them. Okay. All right, then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, your future self is saying that you've done all the work on yourself. You've done the work. You are where you need to be on the inside. You know, maybe in past months or years, you've done some healing, done some introspection, kind of changed your world views, changed your personal views, just sort of awakened a little bit. Whatever it may be, you've done the work on you. Physically, emotionally, mentally, you're ready. And it's time now. You've planted the seeds, you've taken care of yourself, just like this, this man tended the soil, planted the seeds, and now he's just waiting for the harvest to show up. Your future self is saying you've done the work on you. You're ready now to meet the right people who are just going to take you up a level, that will take all the work you've done on yourself and bring you to an even better place. Just through connection. That's what connection does for us. It takes all the good that we've done on ourselves and levels it to a new place. And you're ready for that. So don't second guess it. Don't say, well, I still need to work on this, or I still got to do that, or no. Your future self is saying, no, you're ready. You're ready right now. You're not going to have to wait. You're not going to have to put more work into yourself. You're everything you need to be right now to be with the people who also want you in their life, right? Even if they don't know you yet. You're not the only person out there who is craving connection. And Spirit wants to help all of you find each other. And your future self is saying that you're ready now. So don't worry, don't second guess it. All right, then we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so the Page of Wands is a messenger, right? A message of hope, a message of inspiration, a message of activity that is about to happen. And your future self and Spirit are coming in to say, we're bringing you that message. Okay, we're bringing you that message right now. We want you to hear it. We want you to know that your life is about to change. So don't resist it. Don't fight it. Allow it and give yourself the opportunities to bring in the people we are sending you. Now, when they say open yourself up, like you have to actually, leave the house. We all have free will. You can get this message and it's meant for you. But if you refuse to leave the house, if you refuse to talk to strangers, if you refuse to engage with somebody who's trying to engage you, you can push it away. Your future self is saying that that's not in you. Like, you are ready to engage and to be a part of something bigger, a bigger community, a group of friends, like I said, a romantic partner. It can be, whatever it is you're craving in as far as connection. You are ready, but you still have to take action. And they're telling me you don't have to go out and find these people or this person. You just have to be open to them when they come to you. And you have to leave the house. Got to leave the house. You got to be willing to step out and put yourself out of your comfort zone a teeny tiny bit and be willing to talk to people. You can do it. You can totally do it. You're ready. You don't want to be lonely, so don't hang on to that loneliness. It doesn't serve you anymore. It did, right? It's a place you needed to be for a time to help you become who you are now, who you were meant to be. So it served its purpose. Don't begrudge it. It was time well spent. But now you're ready for more. So don't hold on to what isn't needed for you anymore. That loneliness isn't needed anymore. That time alone, that solitary energy served its purpose. But its time is done now. It's time to move on to something else. Okay, let's get some more cards. Let's see what else you need to know. Okay. All right, we have the Eight of Swords reversed again. Interesting. Okay. We have the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Five of Pentacles reversed. Beautiful. All right, we're going to pull one more for the advice card, which we will talk about in a minute. Although this reading is loaded with advice, so and we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay. All right, so the Eight of Swords reversed with the Eight of Swords reversed. Big message here that they want to emphasize and highlight by giving it to you twice. Let go. Let go of the past. Let go of what you think can't work, can't happen, won't happen. Let go of any sense that that you're clinging on to, that's telling you you're better alone, that you need to be alone, even though you know in your gut that you really want connection. For some of you, I do feel like you almost tell yourself, yeah, I want connection, yeah, but also I'm better alone. I enjoy being alone. I want to be alone. This conflicting energy is stalling your progress. Meeting people doesn't mean that you have to be surrounded by people 24/7. You will always have the time you need to yourself, to connect with yourself, to do those things that you enjoy doing alone. But allow yourself the opportunity to expand beyond that, because you know you want it, right? And you want it because it's meant for you and you're ready for it. And your future self is coming in wanting to tell you how great it's actually going to be. So embrace that and let go of all the excuses, all the reasons why it can't work, because it can and it will. You just have to allow it. And don't hang on so tightly. Okay. All right, then we have the Five of Wands with the King of Swords. Again, they're saying, of course, have fun with this, right? Put yourself out there a little bit at a time. Just enjoy it. Enjoy engaging with your fellow humans, right? A smile goes a long way. Pass somebody on the sidewalk, just smile and say hi. It's these little tiny moments that help you get up the stairs, like up that ladder, to be ready to engage with people on a bigger level. Now with the King of Swords, they're just giving me a message of clear-headedness, of being discerning about what you want and what you don't want. Tell me more about that. They're saying that the message here is to actively pursue the truth, right? The truth within yourself. To clear your head of any negative notions, even if they don't feel negative, right? You might feel like, you know what, I've gotten really good at being solo, at being independent, and I like my freedom, and I like being independent and alone. And your future self and spirit, they're not discounting that. They actually applaud your ability to overcome that energy, to conquer solitude. But now it's time for more. And so the message here is to go at this with a clear head and with an honest mind, and to be very discerning about your thoughts. What is the truth? What is not the truth? And what are you just not sure about? Think about those three things. When your thought comes in of, for 1 second you think, oh, this would be so much more fun if I had someone to do it with. And then you think, yeah, but I really like doing it alone, so I'm not going to bother. Just as an example. Or, oh, I'd love to have, more friends, but at my age, it's impossible to meet new people. Everybody's, already got all the friends they're going to make. Whatever the excuses are, right? The reasons. When these thoughts come into your head that negate what you really want in your gut, which is connection, be discerning about it. Ask yourself the question, is it true? Is it false? Or are you not actually sure? And it's okay to not be sure. In fact, it's great to not be sure, because it allows the spirit world to come in and help you find the truth. Okay. All right, so then we have the Seven of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles reversed. You've done the work on yourself. You are ready. Your future self is saying 1,000,000% you're ready right now to walk out the door and start meeting the people who are meant to be in your life. There's nothing more you have to do on yourself other than try. But you got to get out of your own way. You've got to get yourself unstuck. Because we get into a comfort zone. We get into honestly, a rut. We get into a place where it seems like too much work. Oh, it seems too hard. It seems too uncomfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your rut. Get unstuck and just put yourself out there. They're telling me you are not going to have to do the hard work here, right? You're not going to have to go out and make best friends with somebody, walk up to a table of people and start talking to them. You're not going to have to do that. So put that fear out of your mind. Unless that's something you enjoy, you don't have to do that. You do have to get out of your comfort zone and go places, right, where people can find you. You have to look up from your phone. Not, if you're somewhere, don't stare at your phone the whole time. Put your eyes up, look at people, look at them in the eyes, say hi, smile. And then the right people will find you. And they will engage you and they will talk to you. But you have to be there. You have to put yourself somewhere where you can be found, and you have to lift your head up and engage with the world around you a little bit. But that's it, right? They're putting the onus of reaching out and making that first move on someone else who needs that lesson, right? Who needs that experience. Right now, you just need to be available and open. Okay. So then we have the Page of Wands and the Five of Pentacles reversed. Again, it's Spirit and your future self giving a message of, this is the time. This is it. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Get out there and do it. With the Five of Pentacles reversed, they're saying this time of loneliness is beyond you. It's past. It is going to be a thing of the past. You just have to put yourself out there, be available. But you're not meant to be alone. And yes, most of us anyway, we do want and need and crave time alone, to kind of get back into ourselves, and stay balanced and grounded within ourselves. But without connection, we can only go so far, right? And you wouldn't be this far in this reading if there wasn't at least a part of you that wants that. And so your future self is coming in to tell you, I know you want this. And you're going to have it. You're not going to be alone much longer. This is the time. It's time now to start making those connections. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to be any more ready for it. You just have to do it. And let them come to you and be open. Okay? All right, so let's talk about the advice. Even though this was loaded with advice, we do have a couple of specific advice cards. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles reversed. Now, what do you want to say about this? With the Page of Pentacles, they're just saying, again, be available. When someone reaches out to you, be willing to communicate back, right? Pages are messengers. They are communicators. You may not feel like you have maybe the social skills right now, or maybe you just feel rusty. They're saying, don't let that scare you. It's okay to be a student of life again and to start engaging with people. Allow this new beginning to take hold and to take you to new places, right? It's going to be so good for you. It's going to be so good for you. All right. Then we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. What did you want to say about this one? Yeah. Okay. All right. This happens with this card a lot, and Spirit always chooses the deck or the decks that I use. I let them choose. So with this particular card and this particular deck, this comes up a lot, but they're telling me to show you her face. So if you look at her face, I mean, she just looks, it's not the typical meaning of Three of Pentacles, y'all. So I know that. Spirit knows it. Your future self knows it. But they're pointing out really how miserable she looks, how uncomfortable, how closed off she looks with her arms across her chest. Even though she's got pentacles like falling down around her, right? In reverse, the advice is to open yourself up. Even if you don't mean it, right? You might think, okay, I'm open, and you're out somewhere and your arms are folded, or you're looking down at your phone, or open your body language up, smile. Even if it feels like, I don't have a reason to smile. Why am I smiling? This is weird. It's not weird to other people. It's only weird to you. People will look at you and go, oh, that's somebody who's happy, and they will smile back. Open up your body language, open up your smile, open up your heart a little bit. Even if it feels kind of weird and scary and uncomfortable, just do it. That's all you have to do. Open yourself up and be willing to engage when someone reaches out to you. Because you never know when your new best friend or your new romantic partner is on the other side of that smile or on the other side of that message. And you won't know if you're closed off to it. So they're just saying, open up, let go, be available. Give yourself a chance. Your future self is telling you it's worth it, because you're going to have such a good time once you meet these people. They're meant for you. They're meant to take you to new places, and they're meant to help you enjoy life so much more than you're even enjoying it now. And you may love your life right now, right? You may be having a great time, but just think how much better it will be when these people come into your life. So be open to that. All right, group one, that's all I've got for you, but I hope it gives you what you need to kind of get out of your comfort zone and get out there and meet the people you're meant to meet. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for sharing your energy with me. Thanks for your comments and your likes and your subscribes. They mean a lot to me, and I read all the comments. If you need a personal reading, of course, you can get a personal reading from me on my website, pinktututarot.com. Otherwise, you're welcome to just keep coming back here, and you can watch free videos on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Hey, group two. All right, we're going to take a look at what your future self wants you to know right now. So, your initial card is card number 22, and it says, Voodoo in blue and back off. All right, hold on one sec. I want to see what initial messages come through from this card to kind of get us started here. Okay, the first message that comes through is, what are you waiting for? And I want to get a little context on that, so hold on, but what are you waiting for? They're saying it's time to start being yourself. It's time to stop pretending to be like everyone else. And that's not meant as a dig at you in any sense. It is meant as a message of love. You're not like anyone else. You are something special and unique, and you have your own personality and your own interests and your own likes and dislikes and your own quirkiness. You're not meant to be like everyone else. So you don't need to act like you are. You don't need to be someone you're not. The right people, will find you if you are yourself. Don't worry about who likes you or doesn't like you, or who agrees with what you are all about and who doesn't agree. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are authentic to who you really are. And they're wanting me to show you this card a little closer. This girl with the big eyelashes and the blue hair and the funky stockings, and that may be you, or but it won't be everyone, of course. You don't all have blue hair, but someone probably does. But regardless, the message is to be yourself, whoever, whatever you are. The back off message in here is not meant to be standoffish or to push people away. The message I'm getting here with back off is push away all the pretenses. Don't allow yourself to be anything that isn't authentically you. Become who you are outwardly. You know who you are on the inside. But it's time now to write your own story and to show the world who you really are. Okay, so if that message resonates with you at all, then stick around because I've got some tarot cards for you. And we'll get a little deeper, get some messages from your future self and from spirit. If it doesn't resonate with you at all, then, one of the other groups might be for you. But you might be surprised, so you might want to stick around regardless. All right, we have the World reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed, Two of Cups reversed, and the Three of Swords. Okay, pull one more card as an advice card for you. And the advice card is the Seven of Wands reversed. All right, give me just a second. I want to take these cards in, get some initial messages for you. Then we'll talk about what's here and what your future self wants to tell you. And then I've got more cards for you after this. So hold on one sec. Okay, what I'm getting is that this message, from your future self, is about taking steps to show people what you are really about. Whatever part of you that you sort of keep hidden, that you are hesitant to share or to talk about, out of a fear of maybe being judged or people not liking you or people, thinking, you're too weird or too quirky or crazy or whatever those fears are, that you've been kind of internalizing and they've kind of been making you hold onto a piece of yourself and preventing the world from seeing it. Preventing people from seeing it even. There's a part of you, and it might not be all of you. You might be a very open person, but there's something in you that you've been holding back and not wanting to show the world out of fear of being judged for it or thought of differently for it. It's time to start taking steps, even if it's baby steps, to open up that part of you and to see what it feels like, right? The message here isn't, put yourself out there and just, go crazy, because that might be hard to do, to suddenly, whatever you've been holding back on telling people, just to put it all out there all of a sudden. If you can, great. But the message here is that you might need to take baby steps to get there, and that's okay. Take those baby steps to get there. It's something you need to do, and your future self is wanting you to know that the payoff will be worth those moments of feeling uncomfortable. Your future self is saying, don't worry, you're not going to feel uncomfortable for long. Because once you start to put your truth out there, even just a little bit at a time, you'll start getting validation that you're actually not being judged. That there are people who are actually very accepting of what you reveal to them. They're going to actually love it. Will everyone love it? No, probably not. But you will get enough validation once you start to try that will ease your fears about it. And the more you do it, the more rewarding it will be for you. The more encouraged you will feel. The more yourself you will feel. It will feel like a breath of fresh air, finally. Like you can just be yourself. Put yourself out there. But start with baby steps. That's what I'm getting. Okay. I think when I pulled this card, I said the World card reversed. If I did, forgive me. I don't know where my brain is, but there must be a message there about that because that's what popped into my head. But it's actually the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So bear with me. Hold on one sec. They are telling me that those two cards are intertwined in this message. They're saying this is not an ending. This is a temporary moment where you might feel uncomfortable, where you might be a little bit afraid of revealing yourself. You might feel like the Wheel of Fortune is going in the wrong direction, right? Taking you down instead of lifting you up. But once you start to do it, even just in tiny baby steps, you'll see that you were actually wrong about that. You're actually going to get some very positive validation that is going to lift you up and take you to new heights. It's going to make you feel so empowered and so exuberant and so impassioned about whatever this is that you've been keeping to yourself. You're not going to be afraid anymore once you start to take these baby steps. So don't let this feeling of that you're going to lose something, that something is going to end, or that people are going to see you negatively if you reveal this about yourself. That's not going to be the reality. That's not going to be the reality. Okay. All right. So then we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. They're just saying drop the pretense. Drop the pretense. Even if you have to do it one pentacle at a time, right? Whatever you've been sort of balancing and trying to, keep things sort of as a status quo and not reveal, or maybe you've, thought about it and kind of eked into it, but you've not really taken any true steps to drop the pretense. That's the message I keep getting. You don't have to juggle other people's expectations anymore. You can let go now. If it has to be bit by bit, baby step by baby step, do that. But take those steps. If you can do more, then do more. Go with your comfort level, of course. But the reward and the payoff for dropping what is no longer truly you will be remarkable. That's what your future self is saying. It will be remarkable. I love that. All right, then we have the Two of Cups reversed. There's a message here of, it's like a fear that you're going to lose people in your life. They're going to think differently of you. They're going to judge you. They're going to back away from you. They're not going to be your friends anymore, or they're not going to see you the same way. They may see you differently, but they're not going to love you any less. If there are one or two people out there who are turned off by something that is your reality, then let them go, or give them a chance to evolve themselves and to be able to accept what they may think initially they can't accept. But primarily, the message is you're going to have an overwhelming response of positivity. So where you think you may end up disconnecting from people, you will actually be making truer connections, better connections, by being your true self, by showing people who you really are and allowing them to embrace you and embrace this side of you. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't shy away from it. Most of the judgments we have, most of the judgments that are out there in general about us come from our own selves, not from others. Because we all struggle with things that we are insecure about or unsure about or afraid to show. We all are. And so when you start to show your true self, rather than judging you, people are going to see you as an inspiration, as a chance for them to see someone else do what they have been afraid to do themselves. And they're going to embrace that. And there is like a reward in this for you, for being true to yourself. It comes with rewards, trust me. All right, so then we have the Three of Swords. What I'm hearing is that you think this is going to be painful. You think this is going to hurt. You think this is going to be so hard to show people, whatever this thing may be. But it's not going to be as hard as you think. And the worst of it is in your head right now. And while your future self is saying to you, well, we can't erase the fears right now. What I can tell you to do is to take that first step, whatever one you feel most comfortable with right now. Even if that first step is uncomfortable, whatever one feels the least uncomfortable, take that first step. Get some initial responses from it. See how that feels. You will be surprised by the response you get, by the positive response you get. And this will help ease your fears. This will help heal any part of you that maybe feels ashamed or is just scared of rejection, of judgment, of being, pushed away or abandoned because of some part of ourself that we don't want to show. But it is who you are. It is a part of who you are anyway. And it's important. It's important now to start taking the steps to reveal that side of you. It's already who you are. You're just not showing it. You're just not being that openly. Okay, let's get some more cards. Let's see what else your future self wants to tell you about this. All right, we have the Seven of Swords, Page of Cups reversed, Two of Wands, and the Four of Swords. I'm going to pull one more to go with your advice card, which we will talk about in a minute. Knight of Wands. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed with the Seven of Swords. All right, I'm getting a message here of, there's a sense of like trying to run away from your reality, your truth. And if anything has been holding you back, it's that. It's the running away from who you really are. The trying to hide it, the trying to whether it's something that you do on the side, I'm assuming it's legal and whatever, but whatever it is that really is a part of you. For instance, for me, doing tarot is a part of me, right? If you try to hide it from the world when it's such an important piece of you, it will stall your progress. It will actually keep you from moving forward in ways that you are meant to move forward. So don't run away from it. Don't hide from it. Don't try to keep it such a secret. Because you're hiding your light under a bushel, they're saying. You have this light in you. You have this part of you that is beautiful. You shouldn't hide it. Your higher self wants you to know it's time to start showing your light. Even if it just starts as a pinprick of light, right? It'll grow to a beacon. But one step at a time, Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. Again, a message of drop the pretense, drop those things, those parts of you that make you feel like you can't be yourself. Because you can. You don't have to hold on to those parts of yourself that are not real. So drop those things and allow yourself to emerge as your true person, your true self in some way. Now with the Page of Cups reversed, yet there's a message here of being afraid of what people will say or how they will react. That they won't like you anymore. They won't think you're the same person. Now, granted, depending on what this is, they may see you differently because you're showing them a new side of yourself. But that doesn't mean that they are going to like you any less. In fact, it's much more likely they will like you more. Because people can sense, most people can sense when someone is not being completely honest about themselves. Not that you're lying by any stretch, no. But most people can sense, even if they can't verbalize it, that there's something something they don't know about you, something that you're not saying, something that isn't being revealed. Maybe they already sense what it is that you think you're hiding so well. But when you come out and you start to just be vulnerable and open and honest about who you are and, what your passions are, your likes are, whatever it may be, they're not going to love you less. They're going to love you more. And your future self wants you to know that. So it's not just me or spirit saying, la, 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 like perfect world, everything's going to be better. Your future self is saying, no, I can already see it. I've already been there. You are going to do it, and it is going to be better. You just have to try it and see. So trust that. Your heart knows it's true. If you're feeling it right now, that's your heart saying, yeah, it's true. Even if it's scary, it's true. So we have the Two of Cups reversed and the Two of Wands. You don't have to worry about people discarding you. If someone does, it's because they still have things they need to learn about themselves and the world. But for the most part, everyone is going to be happy to hear it. And they're going to embrace it. They're going to engage with it. Or they might just not think anything of it at all. You might think it's a big deal and they're just going to see it as another thing. No big deal, And they're not going to treat you any differently or any worse, certainly. With the Two of Wands, the message here is, it's like you've been debating. Who do I tell? How do I tell them? How do I reveal it? How do I make it known? Should I make it known, or should I just keep this thing to myself? Your future self is saying, stop the debate. You have to be yourself to get through this life intact. To get through this life with the most progress, to get through this life with the most joy and happiness. It has to start with you. The more you can be your true and honest and genuine self, the absolute happier you are going to be in every aspect of your life. Does that mean some people might fall through the cracks and, maybe they're not meant to be in your world? But your future self is saying that it's so few and far between. Your fear of this is so much worse than what reality is. People are going to embrace it. They're either not going to think anything different at all of you or of it. It's just going to be a thing. Or they're going to love it. And they're going to feel that much closer to you because you're being more open and vulnerable about something that is important to you. So with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, again, a fear of being hurt, or a fear of this being really hard and challenging and scary. It's so not, right? And that's easy for me to say, right? I'm not saying it's not going to be scary to take those first steps. But your future self is being very clear and saying, once you take those first steps, you'll see how much easier it gets and how much more empowering it feels. You won't feel hurt. You're going to feel empowered. And you're going to love life just that much more because you get to finally be yourself. Talk to other people about whatever this thing is, right? Not hide it, not keep it hidden away in, some part of you. With the Four of Swords, the message I'm getting here is to try to relax when it comes to this. It's not as big of a deal as you think it is, as it feels like right now. It's a challenge, right? It's a challenge you are meant to step into, breathe through, and accomplish. But the message they're giving me right now is like the first time you go on a roller coaster. I don't know if you're a roller coaster person or not. I am not, right? So that's why they're giving me this message to share. So you get on a roller coaster, it starts to go, oh, it's so scary. It's so scary. You think it's going to be awful, right? By the time you're done with it, it was a wild ride. It was a lot of fun, way more exhilarating and exciting than you thought, right? That's what your future self wants you to understand, is that yes, getting into the roller coaster car or whatever it may be, right? Getting onto an airplane, if you hate to fly, might be scary. It might seem like, oh my God, right? But when you get to the other side of it, if it's a plane scenario, you're in a new place. It's exciting. You're living, right? Embrace that. It's not as scary as you think it's going to be. It's actually going to be a lot of fun for you once you get going. All right, so let's talk about the advice. We have the Seven of Wands reversed and the Knight of Wands. With the Seven of Wands reversed, what I'm hearing is, oh, I lost it. I'm sorry, say that again. Okay, stop trying to stay on top of this energy of like how people perceive you. You don't have to keep, you don't have to keep up a pretense of who you are. And I say pretense, and I know that word sounds very negative, y'all, so please take that with a grain of salt. It's just the word that I'm being given. But I'm to me, that word feels very harsh, because I don't feel like you're actually lying to people and pretending to be, being in any way, anything negative. But it's more about, you are a wonderful person and you are on top in some way in your life, right? But there is a fear that if you reveal this part of yourself, that you're going to lose what you have gained. And the message you're being given, the advice you're being given is, don't worry about losing anything that you've gained. You're not going to lose by being openly honest and vulnerable and true about something that you love, right? And for whatever reason you feel like you can't be clear about it with others, but you can be. And your future self is saying it won't hurt. You're not going to fail. You're not going to lose anything worth keeping. You're really not going to lose by doing this. It's going to make your life so much better. So let go of that fear that you have to stay on top and be this version of yourself that has gotten you where you are. Because that's great. Where you are is great. It's going to be even better once you go that one step further. And with the Knight of Wands, I'm just getting the message of go after your passion. Whatever this may be, right? It may be a hobby that you love that you don't tell anybody. It may be a person that you love that you don't tell anybody. It may be a desire to do something, go somewhere, whatever it is, right? This side of you that you are afraid of being judged for, or you're afraid that people are going to doubt you for, whatever. Worry less about what people are going to think, because they're not going to think anything. They're not going to think anything, most of them. And the ones that do think things, most of them are going to think wonderful things. They're going to think it's great. Believe it or not. So follow your passion. Go after it. Be brazen about it. Allow yourself to be that fire, that fire inside of you that makes you love whatever this is. Embrace that fire, embrace that passion, and follow it. Follow it wherever it takes you, and don't be afraid to wave your wand and be an open source of light to others about who you are, what you love, what you do, what you want, what you desire, because it's who you are. It's part of who you are. So love it, and others will love it too. All right, group 2, that's all I've got for you. I hope that helps. I hope it kind of nudges you outside of your comfort zone a little bit and helps you take those initial baby steps. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate your sharing your energy with me so I can do this reading for you. If you would like a private reading, you can book one on my website, pink22tarot.com. The link is also in the description of the video, but otherwise, you're welcome to always come back here for free readings on YouTube. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, bye-bye, y'all. Hey, group 3. All right, we are going to take a look at what your future self wants to tell you. What does your future self want you to know right now? So your initial card is card number 28, and it says Death and the Maiden, Invasion, Boundaries Violated, Dominance. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me see what messages your future self wants to give you from this card before we move into the reading. Hold on 1 sec. All right. Okay, the message I'm getting is that there's someone around you that loves you very much. And this seems like kind of a negative or scary card, but that is not what I'm getting at all. So hang in there with me for a sec, y'all. Okay, they're telling me this is about the spirit world. Again, they're saying not scary at all. There's somebody in spirit, a passed on loved one, a spirit guide, an ancestor who loves you very, very much and wants you to get these messages. They're saying that these messages are coming from your future self as well as from this loved one in spirit. So not the way these readings were intended to go, but spirit brings in what you need to hear. There's something you are meant to learn or become aware of with regard to this person in spirit, and in regard to your own soul and your own spirit and your connection. There's something they want you to know that is going to help you. It's going to help you move forward in some way. Okay? And they're saying, and to become more open to life. Not sure what that means, but we'll know more. Let's get some tarot cards and see what else they want to tell you. This is all good. They're saying you'll see this is nothing scary. So if there's anything about this card, the looks of it or whatever, death, skeleton, all that, if any of that feels scary to you, it's not. It's totally not. This represents, kind of in an eerie way, but take it with like a little sense of humor, but it represents someone in spirit, someone who has passed on, who is with you. Okay? In a good way. Okay. All right, we have the Hanged Man, the Four of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, and Temperance reversed. Okay, pull one more as advice. And the advice card is the Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. All right, give me just a second. I want to take these cards in, get some initial messages for you, and then we'll talk about what's here. And then, of course, I've got some more cards to look at after. So hold on one second, y'all. They're telling me that your loved one in spirit wants to tell you something about your future, about what's coming. They're saying your future self already knows this. It's like they're collaborating to bring this message to you. All right, I would say for most of you anyway, this person in spirit is someone that you love, right? That you loved, that you knew, that you cared about when they were here, that you miss now that they are gone. But they're not really gone. It's like they're invisible, but also not invisible. Meaning they make themselves known to you as often as they can in different ways, whether it's, different signs, a feather, on the sidewalk where you're passing by, a coin, on the ground, a song that reminds you of them that comes up on the radio. Maybe it comes up over and over again, as a way to say, hey, it's me, pay attention. Flickering lights. It's nothing to be scared of. This is someone who loves you very much and just wants you to know that they are around you and that they're taking care of you, that they're there for you in good times and in bad, and helping you get through different situations in your life. And they're going to continue to be there for you. So their first message is to let you know that they're around. If you aren't already aware of that, you may already be aware, or you may sense that your loved one comes around. But the message I'm getting is that they're around more than you think. What else did you want to say? Anything else? They're saying your future self is going to see even more of them, or feel them even more, be more aware of their existence around you. Because this time ahead of you is going to be opening you up to their presence in a beautiful way, right? Nothing about this should feel scary to you, because it absolutely is not. This is someone that loves you and wants you to know they're not really gone. They're right here with you. They're always around you. And they're never going to leave you. And they're saying in the future, you're going to see what their presence really feels like, looks like, as you get to know them in this new form more and more. Okay. Well, it's beautiful, beautiful. All right. So your first card is the Hanged Man. All right. Your future self is saying, and your loved one is saying that you're about to start seeing things from a new perspective, with new eyes, with new senses. You're going to start realizing that your loved one is around you in new ways. And for everybody, it'll be a little bit different, but it will always be in ways that you are comfortable with, right? It'll never be in a way that is meant to scare you or spook you or freak you out. They're not going to just suddenly be an apparition in the corner. It'll be little things that will encourage you to think about them, and when you do, to know that they're there. Tiny messages that come in unique ways. It might just be a feeling that you get. It'll be different for everybody based on your comfort level, and your loved one knows your comfort level. So don't worry. And based on your sensory abilities, which are going to expand quite a bit. Yeah, your sensory abilities, your ability to see and hear and sense your loved one in spirit are going to be enhanced. Does that mean you're suddenly going to see ghosts walking around? No, that's not what that means. It means you're going to become more and more aware that there's more to this world than just what we can, see with our eyes and feel with our hands. There's another whole world around you that is full of love. And you're going to sort of grow and blossom into that, to be able to recognize it and acknowledge it a little bit more. And if you happen to be grieving right now, this is someone maybe who recently passed, or someone that, just it still hurts your heart to have them be gone, know that this will help you in the grieving process, because you'll know they're not gone. Right now, I feel like you believe they're not gone, but many of you don't know it. You will come to know it. But it starts with a new perspective that you will start to open up to. Okay. Then we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Hold on one sec. Your future self and your loved one in spirit is saying you're going to start letting go of preconceived notions. Some of you may be already very spiritually advanced, and you may already have a solid, true belief and understanding of the spirit world and your loved ones in spirit. So if that's the case, it'll be at different degrees than other people. But some of you, your loved ones are saying that you have some preconceived notions about how it works, whether they are there or not, how they can show themselves to you or make you aware of them. They're going to help change those preconceived notions, and you're going to start to let go of some of those ideas. But it's also going to help you let go of some of the grief that you feel. The more aware you are that your loved one is with you, the more you know that they're not gone. And yes, we still grieve, even when we know that the spirit world is around us. We still grieve because we miss them being here in the physical. But it will make it easier. So just be open to that. All right, then we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. They're telling you with these pentacles, you're not alone. It's a very simple message. We're around you in love, in support, in guidance. We're here to help give you what you need, not to tell you what to do, not to spy on you, not to look at things you don't want us to see. We're here in love. We're here to help take you to new places in your life and in the progression of your life. And you have lots of help on the spirit side of your life. Even if you don't think you do, you say, well, I don't know anybody who's passed away, or I only know one person. There are more people in the spirit world who know you and love you than you realize. You don't have to know who they all are. Just know that you are so protected and so loved, and they are wanting so much to connect with you on a new level and in new ways. All right, then we have Temperance reversed. What did you want to say about this? Hold on. Okay, so when we lose someone we love, it can feel very destabilizing. It can kind of throw a whole life out of balance. It can cause us to sort of veer in directions like opposite to where we were headed. So, losing somebody close can sometimes cause us to withdraw and kind of go very within ourselves and engage less with the world. That's just one example, but in a lot of ways, a loss of someone can cause us to feel out of balance with who we are and with the world at large. Your your spirit team, right? Your loved one or loved ones in spirit are helping you to regain that balance. To, if you're actively grieving, to find the joy in life again. To begin to smile again. If you're not actively grieving, but you do have loved ones in spirit, they're helping you find balance in other ways. And maybe the balance comes in a way of, you're very engaged with the world right now, and they're going to bring some balance so that you also become aware of and engaged with your spiritual side. It'll be a little bit different for everybody, but in yourself that where there is some imbalance, most likely, but most certainly your loved ones in spirit know. Your future self is already thanking you right now for listening to this message and not just discarding it and turning it off, because what I'm hearing is it's going to change your life. It's going to improve your life in almost every area by just being more aware that there's more to life than just the material world. And that's not to say that you're materialistic or anything like that. It's just a message of the awareness you have, at whatever level that is going to expand in a beautiful way, and it's going to make your life even better. So wherever you are on the spectrum of grief or loss, or wherever you are on the spectrum of spirituality and what you believe and what you're aware of, just know that it's going to expand, and you're going to see things in a new way, and they're just saying more expansive way, and it's going to feel beautiful and affect your life in such positive ways. Oh, I love that. Okay. Let's get some more cards here. Let's see what else your future self wants to tell you. All right, we have 10 of Cups, Tower reversed, Ace of Pentacles, the Empress. And I'm going to pull one more card to go with your advice card, which we'll talk about in a minute. And we have the Hermit. Okay. All right, so the Hanged Man with the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups represents family, loved ones, happiness, joy in our life with the people we love. All right, your future self and your loved ones in spirit want you to know, first of all, that they are happy. But now their job is to help you with your happiness and your life goals and your purpose. And they're going to help you do that by helping you gain a new perspective or expand the perspective you have currently. And again, it's a reminder, this is pure love and happiness and joy. They're not here to teach you any hard lessons or, judge you or no. It's love. It's just love and guidance and insight and enjoying your company. Okay. So then we have the Four of Pentacles reversed with the Tower reversed. You're going to start to let go of what you, any preconceived notions of what you think is possible, or what you, anything you believe that may be holding you back from connecting on a higher level with your loved ones in spirit. And it's a good thing. They're giving me like this sigh of relief, like of phew, like it's gonna feel so good. And then with the Tower reversed, they're saying, yes, you're gonna let go of some things, some ideas, not people, places, things, ideas that you may have, or beliefs you may have that are erroneous, not the ones that are real, but anything that may be holding you back again. And then rebuilding from a place of truth and knowledge and understanding. This is not going to like shake up your life. It's not going to be like earth-shattering kind of stuff. This is more subtle. But sometimes these subtle messages that we get, these subtle beliefs that come in and start to make more sense, in time, these things just sort of grow within us. And it does change us really in remarkable ways. But it doesn't feel like some major changes happened, right? So don't worry that like tomorrow you're gonna all of a sudden like everything's gonna be different. No. It's gonna be a little bit at a time based on where you are now. But you're going to start experiencing and realizing that your loved ones in spirit aren't somewhere far away in another dimension, They're right here. And they're around you, and they are a thought away if you need them. And even when you don't know you need them, they know. And they're around to support you and help you and guide you in ways that will be seen and ways that won't be seen. Okay. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, it was a message of you're not alone. There's so many people helping you that you don't even realize. And this message is meant to be a new beginning for you in some sense. Like a little bit of an awakening, a little bit of a chance to experience something new. It's up to you whether you want to embrace that or not, right? You don't have to. You can say, nope, I don't want any of that. I'm not open to it. I'm not going to do that. And you have that right. You have free will. You have your choice is yours. But the opportunity is being handed to you to have a higher awareness of loved ones in spirit and of the spirit world, if that is something that you want and are open to. Your loved ones are wanting you to know that they are there and that they're wanting to communicate with you, that they want you to know they're around. It's up to you, though, of course. Yet no one's ever going to push anything on you. They're wanting to reiterate that. Like, if it's something you don't want, it won't happen. But I'm guessing if you're still listening to this video, then you're open to it. All right. So then we have Temperance reversed and the Empress. They're saying we're going to help you right any imbalances in your life, help ease some grief, help you take steps toward the future, which your future self is already thanking them for and you for listening. And then with the Empress card, it's like where they are leading you is somewhere so beautiful, so empowering, so abundant and creative and joyful. It's It's like she is the queen of all things. She has it all. And your loved ones in spirit want you to have it all too. And want you to know that you are surrounded by abundance and love and beauty, much of which you're not even aware of right now, but you will be. Anything else you wanted to say about that? Okay. All right. So let's talk about the advice. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Hermit. Hold on one sec. Okay. They're saying this is not something that you're going to read about in a book, that you're going to find, like, intellectually find, right? I mean, you may find some things that help you see things from a new perspective, like in a book or intellectually, but in general, they're saying the advice is to look for it elsewhere. Read all the books you want, of course, watch videos, learn what you want to learn. It's not about that. It's about where you're going to find your loved ones is outside of what you already know. Outside possibly of what you've already learned. It's in the real world that you may not be seeing clearly right now. At least not with the clarity they have, right? And messages will be coming to you. You don't have to look for them necessarily. You just have to be aware and open-minded. And when you see a message, for example, a coin on the ground, or somewhere unexpected, a feather, a song, those kinds of things that remind you of your loved one, you could say, I don't know if it was them or not. It might be a meme on social media that reminds you of them. You can say, I don't know if that was them or not, right? And there's no way to 1,000% know, but acknowledge it. Choose to believe, because honestly, they work very, very hard to show themselves to you in these little ways so often. And most of the time we miss it. And when we don't miss it, we often dismiss it. And if you can imagine what that probably feels like for them, to try so hard to be like, hi, we're here. And you go, oh, that might be them, but it's probably not. So if you get a sign, if you get a coin on the ground or a song on the radio or whatever it may be, just say, thank you. I know that was you. And if it wasn't you, and I'm wrong about that, you get credit for it anyway. All right. And then with the Hermit card, they're saying follow your own light. Don't worry about what the rest of the world tells you is real or not real, possible, not possible. Yes, there are people in this world that are very enlightened and you can learn from them, but you will learn the most by going within yourself and following your own path, following your own light, because you are being guided by people who love you and care about you and know where your path in life is meant to go. And they're going to help you get there, where no one else here in this physical world can do quite like they can. So they're just asking you to, follow your own light, follow your own guidance, trust your own intuition and your heart. All right, anything else, y'all? All right, that's it. Okay, so y'all, I know this was a very woo-woo reading. It's not what this series was meant to be about, but if this was your video, you were meant to hear it. And it's a beautiful, I think it's absolutely beautiful message coming from your loved one or loved ones in spirit. So I hope you found some peace and some insight from it, and that you go from here with eyes a little bit more wide open to possibility. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy with me, for being here, for your comments and your likes and subscribes. I appreciate all of it. And we'll see you next time, y'all. Bye-bye.